Good morning, students. Our today's topic is electric potential at any point due to an electric dipole. So, in this point, we consider a dipole, which is a short dipole, and we have to find out the potential due to this dipole at any point around this dipole. So, for this, let us consider an electric dipole, say, consists of a negative and a positive charge q separated by a distance which is 2a. Let point O is the center of the dipole, then this distance is a and this distance is also a. Okay, now consider a point, say point P, where we have to find out the potential due to this dipole. Let point P is at a distance r from the center of the dipole. So now, in order to find out the potential at point P, consider the point P which is joining by the line OP makes an angle theta with the dipole moment. Okay, as the dipole moment showing the direction of negative to positive. So now the potential at point P is the sum of the potential due to negative charge as well as the positive charge. So if we calculate the potential at P due to negative charge, then it may be, say, potential at P due to negative charge, say it is called potential V1. So V1 is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught times q upon distance between the charge and the point. So that let the distance between this charge and this point P, say this distance, we can say it is say r1. Okay, so here we take r1 as the charge is negative, so that we can say this potential should be negative. Okay, say equation 1. Similarly, if we have to find the potential due to positive charge, then say the distance between charge and point P is r2. So potential at P due to positive charge is given by, say it is V2, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q upon distance between them is r2, say it is equation second. Now due to the superposition principle, the potential at point P is the sum of the potential V1 and V2. So net potential at P is given by superposition, which is, say, V is equal to V1 plus V2. Now using equation 1 and 2, we get V must be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r2 minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r1, say 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q times 1 by r2 minus 1 upon r1, so equation third. Okay, so now this is the net potential at point P, but as it is in the form of r2 and r1, so in order to find out the potential in the known terms, that is in terms of theta or r. So we can replace r2 and r1 in terms of r or theta. So now from the geometry, if we consider that a displacement vector say a, the another displacement vector is r, which are inclined at an angle theta. So the resultant is given by the vector r1. So from the geometry r1 square must be equal to r square plus a square plus 2ar cos of the angle between the vectors. So similarly, if we consider the vector, this displacement vector a, another vector r, and the angle between them is this is one is the 180 minus theta, and this gives the resultant vector r2. So again from the geometry, r2 square must be equal to r square plus a square plus 2ar cos of 180 minus theta, which comes out to be r square plus a square. This cos 180 minus theta is minus of cos theta, so it becomes minus 2ar cos theta. Now as r1 square is this, so it may be written as this r1 square must be equal to, now taking out common r square from this equation, r square from here we get as r square is taken out common, we are remains with 1 plus a square by r square plus 2a, r is taken out common, so 2a r cos of theta. Okay, now from here if we taking out a square root per side, then we remains with r1, which is equal to r into 1 plus a square by r square plus 2a upon r cos of theta under the root. Okay, again the reciprocal of this is given by is 1 upon r1, which is equal to 1 by r, and this is 1 plus a square by r square plus 2a upon r cos of theta power minus 1 by 2. Now as dipole is short, that is dipole length is less than distance between the points from the center of dipole, so a square upon r square is very small and hence it can be neglected. Okay, so this equation becomes 1 by r1, which is equal to 1 upon r into 1. This a square by a square can be neglected, so we are remains with 1 plus 2a r cos of theta power minus 1 by 2. Now as this vector is small, so using binomial theorem we get, so using binomial theorem we get this 1 by r1, which is equal to 1 upon r into, using binomial, that is 1 plus x raised to power n, it becomes 1 plus n, and that is minus 1 by 2 into x, that is 2a cos theta upon r, neglecting the higher terms. Okay, because higher terms are more or less than this quantity. Okay, so now 2 is cancel out, so we are remains with 1 upon r1 must be equal to 1 by r, that is 1 minus A by R cos of theta. Okay, say it is the equation number 4. Okay, similarly, if we complete this procedure with this vector r2 square, this, so we are remains with 1 by r2 will be equal to 1 upon r into 1 plus a by r cos of theta. So it is equation 5th. Now putting the values of 1 by r1, that is equation 4 and 5th, in equation 3rd, this one. Okay, so we are getting that v is equal to, using equation 4 and 5th in equation 3rd, we get this equation v is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r2, that is this one, 1 by r into 1 plus a by r cos of theta, this minus 1 by r1 minus r1, this one, 1 upon r into 1 minus a by r cos of theta. Okay, so now that becomes q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, taking 1 by r common from here, we are remains with this 1 plus a cos theta upon r minus 1 plus a by r cos theta. So 1 minus 1 is cancelled out and we are remains with this q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r into a cos theta upon r, a cos theta upon r, that is 2a cos theta upon r. Okay, so we left with v is equal to this q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 2a cos theta, 2a cos theta upon r into r, that is r square. And now it becomes v is equal to this quantity q into 2a, that is charge into dipole length is given by dipole moment, that is p. So it becomes p cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. So we can say this is the relation for electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole, which becomes vp cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. It is the case of a short dipole. Okay, now from equation 6, if we consider two cases, that is when let point p is at on the axis of the dipole, say in this line, okay, on either side of this line, say point p is at here, so this angle becomes 0. Okay, so we can say in case 1, when point p is at on axial line, that is theta is equal to 0, so v must be equal to p cos 0 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Cos 0 is 1, so it becomes p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. It is represented by v axial. Okay, say this is equation number 7. Now the second case is that when point p is on equatorial line, that is when point lies on this line, say on equatorial line, this one, so this angle theta becomes 90 degree. Okay, so we can say that is theta is equal to 90 degree. So potential is equal to P cos 90 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. As cos 90 is 0, so we can say potential at point P on the equator line is 0. Okay, so we conclude that the electric potential due to a dipole on the equatorial line or equatorial plane is 0. So we conclude this potential on equatorial plane, maybe line plane, is always 0. Okay, so this is all about potential due to a dipole. Thank you very much.